fifth year here at Fanshawe. Throws it into Militic. Pahal goes outside and Drago blasts one off Blissette's chest. Oh my, try to put it through him.
Was that the big hit or was that a low inside set that he had to bury?
It doesn't matter because Blissett just felt it deep inside his chest. There's a big serve. Mason takes to Leslie. Leslie goes to McFadden.
Nice stop, Sean.
Goes into the Mons Express on-time broadcast booth. My quick cat reflexes saved Rob Lynch.
Cat-like, yes.
Leslie to serve. Drops it in. Pahel goes over there. Batista puts it down. Oh my, Batista. And we're getting a little bit of energy here from St. Clair College as St. Clair goes up 8-6, and you can see a little bit of replay.
Nice fast set.
Drops it in. Big ball from Batista to Cedar, goes to the one, just gets the wide serve.
I don't know. Just maybe move over a foot.
Maybe, just a little bit. Ridings throws it into the net, and the momentum staying with St. Clair College.
Yes.
Hubert Batista having some serving issues. He's even way back. He's in another area code here as he goes to serve, and that helps him out, but he goes wide this time.
Hubert is helping us in the front row and not helping us as much in the back.
McFadden going to the back line, 8-9, set number 2. Big monster serve, and he puts it long out of bounds. And it's just like we're deflating a balloon when it comes to watching a game like this.
Yeah, there's no real air in here right now.
No energy, no rhythm. Mason takes the shot, goes outside. Blissett, there's a dig from Pahel. DeCedar's gonna go high outside, and he gets a double hit.
Yeah, that would have been an attack ball, so you have to call that.
What you want to do is put that high ball, it's just so there's lots of room for Frankie Friesen to swing away.
Yes.
Mason on the back line, 9 serving 10. He had a foot fault last time, makes it work that time. That's gonna be an overpass, and Blissett makes him pay for the overpass.
Makes the adjustment on the swing. You can see him reach up, try to avoid the net, which he does.
Little slap. He's got a little salad in the hair there.
Yeah.
Mason goes up, gets a big serve. Pahal with a quick shoot pass. Leslie goes to the middle. There's a block from Acott. He's waiting for it. Leslie goes long and deep to the right side. Not much of a set there. Pahal answers it with Friesen. Friesen goes big cross and uses Liscombe's hands.
Yeah, that's what needs to go. Run that little ball inside, which they did, and then bring the ball higher off the top of the hands for Frankie Friesen.
Frankie Friesen with the serve. Gets the ace serve, splits the defense. Oh my.
They were stymied at that serve.
They were just looking at it. Rudy Lever, the libero, just kind of stepped out of the way. We go into the barber's chair timeout. Let's take a look at our stats here from the first set. What do we see here, Rob?
Well, the first set's no service aces for St. Clair, 3 for the Falcons. Also, St. Clair was big on the block. Ryan Acott had a block, and Hubert had 2. So they're doing fine there. Diggs, Fanshawe outdug St. Clair quite a bit, which probably caused the difference in the 5-point victory.
Well, one thing that they were doing when you're doing the digs and what you can't see in the stats was the transitions and actually scoring those attacks.
Yeah, those digs were in good positions for the setter to get a good swing out of.
There's Coach Riem rallying his boys, giving the information that they need, and they're up by 2 in this second set.
They're up by 2, but they need to push and be up 3 or 4. And then play a little bit of side-out ball and then press at 20.
And You're listening to We Digital with Sean Lippert and Rob Lynch on the Mont's Express Time broadcast booth. And there's Frankie Friesen on the back line to serve. He throws up a jump serve. That's going to be tight to the net. Leslie gives it to Liscombe. Liscombe throws it in. Laverie outside to Blissett. Blissett rolls it long and deep. Pahel is going to go to the left side to DeCeater. DeCeater goes OT somehow, some way, finds a way. Blissett goes into Militic. Militic digs up Pahel, going back court to Friesen. Friesen unloads it. And finally we got some energy in this gym.
Yeah, put the ball in front of him. Let him swing. He'll take care of that.
Frankie Friesen flying out of the back court.
Watch this. Don't even know where he's coming from. There he is.
And the fans instantly jump to their feet. Frankie Friesen, tough serve. Leslie's going to go out to Blissett. Blissett takes it, and they pushes it wide. No touch.
Great job by Julia Militek, having good position, letting the ball go. So there's your 2 extra points now. Time to play a little side-out ball if we can.
Frankie Friesen, a little jump float serve mixture. That's going to go right side to Mason. Mason puts it into the net, and Fanshawe starting to unravel here.
Yeah, 2 ill-advised sets. I don't know why you want to run backcourt attacks on decent passes here.
Well, right now they want to run Liscombe out of the middle, but they're not getting the pass. Here we go. There might see it happening now. No, they go out to Blissett. He gets the wide open cross court.
Single block, inside set. The only place he can go is cross.
Acott bit on Liscombe.
He did, but he had to.
Blissett in the backcourt. Militic. Pahel pushes out to DeCeater. DeCeater gets his own cross court. Leslie goes to Mason. Mason goes cross court himself. Pahel's out. Second ball to Friesen. Friesen to DeCeater. DeCeater takes a little bit off. Was waiting there. Oh, and there's a dump pass from Leslie. Dug up by St. Clair. Andrejko throws it in. Setter's out. They're going to go to Mason. Mason phases one. Paints it out the back door.
Yeah. Fanshawe's trying to do a little too much with this. Setting the ball too tight.
Batista got some wheels running in there.
He had to. He's going to get a warning.
Acott gets it in there. Liscombe unloads. Batista slows it down, but he hits the net. He's not arguing. But I'm sure we're going to see it happen right here in our We Digital timeout.
Yeah,
Yep.
coming down.
On the bottom.
Yeah. I thought it was the tape on his hands, but it wasn't.
There's a lot of tape there. Liscombe throws one in. Friesen to Pahel. They're going to go to Andrejko. Big block from McFadden. Oh, it was a pancake. They got lucky on that. Everybody thought it was down, but it wasn't. Even including I. DeCeater throws it out of bounds. No touch.
That ball was played up by his foot. His foot.
I don't know if we'll get a piece of it. Will we see it here?
No.
No.
Just out of bounds.
Liscombe goes down. Pahel to Andrejko. Andrejko takes a little bit off. Leslie's in there. That's going to be a high ball lay outside and unloads it. Pahel can't play it. And that's Ridings getting a swing on that.
Yeah, he's not afraid to swing. It's nice to see him do that. I don't like what St. Clair's doing now by trying to tip the ball and trying to look fancy.
That's exactly what Coach Rim just said. He said, hit the ball. There goes a shot. Friesen to Pahel. It goes back court. Friesen gets a touch off of Mason.
Frankie Friesen. That's where you need to go. Give him every other set, the whole
Draco
match.
with a jump serve. Blissett takes it. Leslie's going to push it outside to Ridings. Ridings unloads. No block from Batista. What was he doing?
Batista came down and looked. As you can see, watch, he'll fake. He doesn't even go.
Nobody there. Float serve. Pahel outside. DeCeater goes straight down the line, dug by Leslie. Leb's going to take it first. Ridings throws it up and over. Friesen goes high. Oh, it's going to be tight. And there is a net violation from someone there.
Jeremy DeCeter
They're calling
said,
it down on the ground.
yeah, I'm in the net.
Somebody was in the net. We might see it here on the replay as Fanshawe takes the time. I guess we're going to go to the barber's chair timeout. And there's a new weekly show here on WeDigital.ca, and we get the Saints report. This week, you get to see that gentleman right there, Jimmy L. Turk, and that's timely because right now, I mean, you can call it an upset because Fanshawe was undefeated going into this game earlier.
Yeah,
but,
I'll call that an upset for sure.
St. Clair College took care of business, and they defeated the Fanshawe Falcons 3-1 and knocked off Fanshawe. And that was their first loss since March 31st, 2018.
Yeah, there were some great, players that came to play for them today. I was really impressed. Quintanilla did a great job. Chantel, of course, was the player of the game. So they came ready to play.
Leslie on the back line for Fanshawe. Throws it up and over. Pahel pushes to Batista. Batista gets a piece of it. Leslie goes to Mason. Mason almost takes Friesen out. A little pinball action here from St. Clair College. McFadden throws it in. Batista puts it back in. They go right side to Mason, and Mason goes down the line and takes a piece of Militic.
Yeah, Julian didn't have time to get back and play some defense, so he played help me defense on the ground.
And Fanshawe dug their way back into this game, 17-all. Friesen takes it. Pahel tries to get tricky with it, and then Mason goes up, rolls it in. Friesen takes it. Pahel back inside to Batista. Batista whiffs on it. Leslie pulls it back in. Sloppy ball happening near the net. Friesen throws it up to DeCeter. DeCeter gets the wipe.
Well, when you have a 6'6" setter like St. Clair does, who has had 3 assists in this set, Frankie just loves to be involved with the play.
DeCeter throws it in. Leslie on the run, goes outside, and that's going to go no touch, and Mason puts that out of bounds.
And I like that Jeremy did that adjustment by moving over, as you can see, about 2 feet
so
on that serve. Yeah.
He's going to put it to the one. That's his bread and butter. That's where he puts it again. And Leslie keeps it in, and McFadden can't do anything with it. St. Clair on a run here, 20 serving 17, and Coach Pat Johnston has seen enough.
Yeah, they got the yips right now, Fanshawe.
Well, we got lots of volleyball action here, and our next webcast here on We Digital is going to be Saturday, February 1st, and the Conestoga Condors are going to be in town here. The men will be starting at 1 p.m. and the women at 3 o'clock. Lots of volleyball action, OCAA here on We Digital.
And remember, Conestoga's second spot right now. They've done great things at Conestoga to help the volleyball program.
They really have. I mean, they came into they're the newest team in the.
Yeah, they're about 7 years in.
Yeah.
And built a new facility for volleyball and basketball.
Lots of fans in the stands as they here watching We Digital. They called it Pack the Plex, and it looks like they have. And you're listening to Sean Leppert and Rob Lynch here in the Mont's On Time Express broadcast booth. Jeremy DeCeter serving, no big surprise here. He's going to the one, he does. And they're gonna go back out to Ridings. Ridings throws it in. Pahel takes the first one. And DeCeter on 2. Comes out of the back court and he makes it work.
Yeah, he was told by Frankie Friesen, never set the ball, just hit.
Jeremy DeCeter in his 30s coming back to this game. He hasn't played here in about 8 or 9 years. He's been playing in the Windsor Adult Volleyball League. That goes out of bounds. McFadden takes it. Pahel goes outside to Friesen. Friesen pushes it down.
Smart play. Ball's in front of him. Just push it down. As long as it hits the floor. Big
Finds
double
a spot.
block.
No defense there from Fanshawe. And St. Clair College on the run. 22 serving 17.
Fanshaw's trying to get a little extra time out here by sending the captain over. He's telling him it's a push and the ball's in front of him. Everything's fine. Don't ask me again.
That looks like a dad. That's
Yeah.
enough.
Don't question
Yep.
a call.
Get out of here. The Cedar goes to the one. That's going to be high ball on the outside. Mason just kind of throws it in. Andrejko to Pahal. Pahal puts it down. No block from Mason.
No block, no defense.
And
You
it
see
looks
this come in.
high ball outside there.
Yep. Watch one. Stand there.
Well, Mason did go up. He just never did it. And we got a substitution here from Fanshawe as they try to see what will stick. Leslie on the run. They're going to go aside to Mason. Mason gets the block ball, and Batista puts a little bit too much energy into it.
Yeah, Ubert went and reached over top of the setter, trying to make sure that they could get something out of there. And unfortunately, Pahel's a good enough blocker. He's just not that tall.
There's a long shot out of bounds. And just like that, St. Clair College at 24, and they're looking at taking the second set of this best of 5. And substitution into the game is going to be Jordan Fair,
Yeah,
a first
Jordan's
year from
coming in
Leamington.
coming in for Ubert. They're not going to chance that. Jordan's got a nice jump serve, so hopefully it works well for him.
Fair with a jump serve. And hits the ace! That's how you get a substitution into the game. Oh my!
He must have been warming up behind the screen on that one.
And there you have it. St. Clair College takes the second set, 25-18. You're watching OCAA men's volleyball here on We Digital.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
And we're live here at St. Clair College inside the Sportsplex for OCAA men's volleyball. And you can see that we're all tied up one game each. Falcons taking care 25-20 in the last game, 25-18. And St. Clair College fighting back into that one. And they did it basically on just tough serving, would you say?
Yeah, exactly. I think that the blocks for St. Clair were pretty much non-existent, but they served the ball much better, even though having a few missed serves. But as you can see, Jeremy DeCedar moved over, served that ball in, and then they bring Jordan Fair in to hit that ace at the end of the game.
Well, they called it pack-to-plex, and that's exactly what they did. This place has been slammed, and on another level of energy from about 6 o'clock on when they started the girls' game. So lots of volleyball action here at St. Clair College. Second official checking to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, and Fanshawe is going to be on the attack first, and Jeremy DeCeter serving the one. Shocker. And then we're going to get a Blissett over pass here, and Pahel's going to go outside to Friesen, and Friesen goes high, hands, no touch. Oh, wait, we might.
No, he put the ball in, actually.
Whoa, my.
High over the block, then over the person trying to dig the ball, and then bringing the ball in.
From my angle at the broadcast booth, it looked like it was going to be way out of bounds, and DeCeter gets a squeaker. That's going to be high out to Blissett. Blissett just rolls it in. Friesen up to Pahel. Pahel goes right side to Andrejko. Andrejko goes cross. Leslie's out because he took the first one. There's Mason out to Blissett. Blissett has no more room and puts it inside.
Yeah, just put him in a tough spot.
So Jeremy DeCeter on his third serve here in set number 3. Goes back to one. That's going to be tight to the net, but Leslie goes to McFadden, and McFadden scores.
Ryan jumped a little early on that, was a little antsy. Still got McFadden to move the ball away from the block, and just tough ball touch by Julian.
McFadden goes to the 5, Friesen, and they go to Acott. Acott runs out of room, and there's no touch.
I think that was a really good run. Got a couple late blockers up on her. I think it's going to cause Fanshawe to always think that the ball is going to be going to him.
We all thought that ball was going to Friesen. McFadden. Pahel goes right side to Andrejko. No block, almost takes someone's head off. Who was that in the backcourt? That's going to be Ridings. Oh my. We all thought it was going to Friesen. Pahel surprises us, goes there, and no block.
I saw on the side of his eye the blockers were moving to the left side.
There's a jump serve. That goes in, wiped out, and it's going to be tight to the net, and the joust is put down by Mason, and he starts flexing his muscles.
It's always younger. The guy underneath is, watch this, underneath is going to win that one. You see, great touch.
Here it is.
Guy from underneath.
Mason on the back line goes, hits DeCeter. Pahel pushes it to Batista, and Batista finds the back line.
That's a shot to the back corner. Patel's got to get that ball a little bit higher.
Leslie takes it high hands there, and we got a net violation from Frankie Friesen.
Good try, nice touch. Fanshawe's not afraid to run Mike Liscombe again.
Blissett going to the back line. Puts up the jump and puts it into the net. St. Clair goes on the top 5-4.
Frankie's out of the front row. I don't think they worry too much about that because with Frankie moving out of the front row, that's going to give them a little bit more of an edge.
Friesen hits Blissett. That's going to be an overpass to Cedar. And they get a net violation from number 6, Leslie. That's unfortunate. Lots of unforced errors in this game.
We've had 7 net calls in inopportune times for both teams.
Friesen hits that ball out of bounds.
That was close too.
And Liscombe goes to the back line. The 5th year for Fanshawe. Liscombe throws in a jump float. Militic to Pahel to Andrejko. Andrejko goes big cross court and hits McFadden off the noggin.
Yeah, has arms separated. Ball comes off the side of his skull and goes underneath the O-ring that the students are sitting on.
Batista takes a little bit off, works to his advantage. Leslie on the run. Ridings takes a big swing. McFadden takes the first one. Back to McFadden. Batista gets a dig. Pahel goes to the backcourt. Frankie Friesen goes to the one. It's Doug. Lisley outside to Ridings, and Ridings hits the side edge.
As you can see, Ubert was looking for the stats there. He dug that ball, pointed up in the air. That was me, and just didn't get the next shot.
Yeah, out of defensive position right away. Leslie to Militic. Pahal forces the middle, gets it from Acott, but it's Doug. Mason just throws it in. Pahal looking, goes backcourt to Frankie Friesen. Oh, baby.
Frankie digs it, puts it up high enough so he can reset and take that ball out of the pipe. And those aren't just regular sets. Those are high balls.
Yes. And Drake unloads one. Leslie on the run, throws it high on the outside to Mason. Mason, unforced error into the net. Got a little worried about that block.
Just swinging lightly instead of swinging through the ball.
St. Clair College, 96 on the board. And Draco, big jump. Unloads.
Another good serve.
Leslie on the run, forces McFadden. Gets the defensive dig, and Draco out to DeCeater. DeCeater uses his left. Recycles it back in, gets it back again, recycle. Pahel out. Militic takes it, and Draco unloads. Blissett digs that one. They go to the right side. Ridings, no block from Acott, and unloads it.
Low and inside, that's ball's going cross court. Low and inside.
And Ridings goes to the backcourt on fire.
He's doing a good job tonight, Ridings.
First year from St. Catharines, Ontario. Frankie Friesen high ball to Acott. Acott recycles it back in. It's over. Blissett gets a touch there from Simran, and then DeCeater gets high hands and scores. That's some old man muscle there.
Yeah, just swing through the ball, get some contact, take an end of the block, just like he did.
Jeremy DeCeater played on this team approximately 9 years ago. We'd have to actually pull out the Bible almost to find that out. That's going to be a right side, and Mason gets blocked from Friesen. Goes back out to him again. Blocked again by Akon. Mason gets the dig. There's going to be a free ball. And Draco back to Akon. Akon gets a touch. That's a dug ball from Ridings. Fanshawe throws it deep in the back, and Draco in system. Pahel goes out to Friesen. Friesen finds a way through.
That was a tough set for Frankie to hit. Ball was low and off the net. He couldn't even jump. He just had to mini jump and swing.
Little soft block there out of the middle from McFadden. Ridings out to Leslie. Blissett unloads. The Cedar in system to Pahel. Outside to Draco, and Draco hits the tape. He goes to the back. They're pushing him out. So that he can attack.
McFadden's going to serve. Might see a dump out of here by the setter if it's a good pass.
That's going to be tight. And then there it is, drops it in. Goes outside, Blissett rolls it up. Pahel outside to Frankie, and Frankie goes long, but we got a net violation from Liscombe. Doing a little fishing. And the first official wants to talk to St. Clair College about asking for the call.
Well, there's a lot of guys that want to ref.
Well, the first official might have got up on the wrong side of the bed today. He's a little antsy.
He's going to let them play and he'll ref. That's what he said. So let me ref.
Ryan Acott on the back line. Puts in a float serve. Leslie outside to Blissett. Blissett unloads it. No block from Batista. And I don't even know if Pahel went up for that.
I think he went up about 50% just to put a token block up. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't help much for defense.
It does not.
Mason serving for Fanshawe. Puts up a big shot. Frankie Friesen high ball on the outside, and Batista unloads. Frankie Friesen with those high passes, all kinds of stuff can happen.
Yeah, Frankie's doing a good job passing the ball high into the court. Ubert's running against two blocks and still beating them.
Pahel hits Mason. Leslie goes out of the middle of the Liscombe and finds a spot in the backcourt from a diving DeCeater.
Jeremy's leaving a lot of skin on there.
Blissett serving for Fanshawe. 10 serving 13. Blissett comes out of the backcourt and he gets a line violation. That's 2 in this game from Fanshawe.
It happens, but it shouldn't be happening in that much.
Frankie Friesen, big serve to the 1, hits Blissett. Mason on the run, runs out of space.
Not only did he miss the serve, but he got served right after that and didn't do well.
And expect there it is, the barber's chair timeout. Patrick Johnston has seen enough as St. Clair College pulls away by 5, 15 to 10. There's a little bit of our stats here in a combined 2 sets. What do we see here there, Rob?
Well, St. Clair didn't block a ball that second set.
That's
that was
unheard
one.
of.
Yeah, and they had no aces. So assists are still about the same. I think both setters are doing quite a good job. Kills are right there, but the errors from the first set is what hindered Fanshawe.
So you can say basically, if you're looking just at stats alone, Fanshawe gave away the game?
Yes.
Well, if there's no blocking and the stats remain the same, what else can you say?
That's right. And there's a lot of recycled balls off the block that were smart. There's a lot of good defense around the block, which kind of helps too. That doesn't show much on the stats, but I believe that I think St. Clair had much more in the second set of all-round play than they did the first set.
Well, St. Clair taking down to the floor here. They're up by 5 as Frankie Friesen gets ready to go, and the girls are playing a little pepper on the side. He's like, is anybody going to give me a ball?
Maybe the dog will give them the ball.
Heavy pepper game going there from the ball girls.
I got to get some Uggs.
There's a serve into the net, and Coach Johnston ices Frankie Friesen on the
He
timeout.
froze Friesen.
And that's why Coach Lynch is here, folks. Liscombe on the sideline, or on the serve line, goes down the line to DeCedar, and then they go to Frankie Friesen flying out of the backcourt.
It was nice to see McFadden still stay with Hubert running that back ball, but he knew as soon as he went up, he comes down and goes right back up, and Frankie had already buried the ball, right?
Boom. Comes across. Batista with that serve. It's going to be tight to the net. One-handed set from Leslie, and McFadden takes a little bit off and keeps St. Clair on their heels.
Hubert was in the back serving and ran up and almost tried to block. He was in front of the attack line when the ball came.
Leslie with the serve. Militic takes to Pahel. Pahel out to Andrejko. And Andrejko goes big cross because McFadden bit out of the middle.
Yes. Great job by Logan Andrejko.
And
Going
that's
cross.
what Andrejko saw, that he had the wide open cross and took it. He serves out of the back line. Leslie puts it to the right side, and oh, my Ridings cross court.
Right to the right side of Jeremy.
Ridings, a first year from
see
St.
this?
Catharines.
Jeremy steps out a little too far on this set, and it was inside.
Ridings to serve. Throws it in. Militic high to Pahel. Pahel pushes it through. Leslie backcourt to Mason, and that ball finds the back line.
And Mason did this earlier in the first set when he chopped around the block and hit spots, and he got away with that. Got away with that in the first set, but the second set he didn't have an opportunity to do that.
14 serving 17 in game number 3. Ridings throws in a lollipop to Militic. Pahel outside to DeCedar. DeCedar gets blocked by McFadden.
Ball set outside the antenna. Jeremy had nowhere to go but go cross court into Mitch McFadden's big block.
Ridings on the back line, starting to fill this hole that they dug themselves. They were down by 5. Now they're only down by 2. Friesen takes it high to Pahel, and that gives it a give and go.
Yeah, the ball didn't go over the net.
And
Just like that.
St. Clair College calls timeout. They've seen enough, and they're only down by 1 now. In your barber's chair timeout. Win within Spitfires versus the Firebirds. That's going to be Thursday, January 30th. Puck time is going to be 7:05. And if you want to order those tickets, you can do it at www.windsorspitfires.com. Fanshawe. Look at their Coach Johnson isn't even saying a word here. It's all coming from Naheem Javid.
They played enough ball up there in London together that they can pretty well learn from each other. I just think they need to press a little harder. They've been putting pressure on St. Clair. St. Clair's been folding. You know, we just had a timeout at 15-10, and now it's 17-16. That's not the way to go for St. Clair. Can't be giving up points in bunches.
Well, Riding's put in a bunch of serves. He's still going.
But he's putting serves in that St. Clair's volleying. Hand passing.
So Riding's on that serve. Floats it in. Gets a squeaker. Militic to Pahal. Pahal forces the middle to Acott. Leslie gets away with a double hit on that one. Goes high ball on the outside. Blissett goes high hands. Dug up. Quick reflexes from Acott to keep it going. Leslie goes out to Mason. Mason goes down the line, dug by Militic. Pahal to Andrejko. Andrejko kind of loses his approach. Kind of forgot what he was doing out there.
Yes. 17 all. That's 17-16. That's a big swing to get yourself some distance away from them.
Lots of momentum swinging here into the London team. Fanshawe goes outside. Frankie Friesen's going to take high hands. Dug up. And Blissett puts it in. Friesen to Pahel. Forces to Acott. And Acott hits the tape.
Set was low. I think we needed a little bit better pass in the middle. As you can see, Frankie passed the ball too far sideways. Left him in open. Wasn't high enough.
Well, that's a 7-point swing here. Goes outside to DeCeater. DeCeater goes long and deep. Ridings picks it up. That's going to be a high ball to Blissett. Blissett just swings and it goes over top of Pahel.
Just going over top of the block. They know that's what's going on. They're just trying to use the outside of Ryan Acott's arms.
19 serving 17. A change of events here. Down here in Windsor. Pahel just throws it into the pot. Finds a spot on the ground and doesn't trust his attackers anymore. And he says he'll do it himself. And
you know what? At this point in time, you shouldn't dump that ball. You should be dumping that ball hard, not a little softy.
DeCeater serving to one. Taken. Leslie goes to McFadden. McFadden doesn't find the court, and there's no touch.
Remember, we talked about that. When he comes out of two, he comes across in front of the setter. He likes to hit the ball back into that side.
DeCeater serves it up. That's going to be overpass. And Acott unloads and makes him pay for the overpass.
Great job, Ryan Acott. Way to stay with the ball. You see that overpass? He just goes up and finds the court. He's not trying to bounce it.
20 serving 19. DeCeater serves it to one. Leslie on the run out to the four. Gives it to Blissett. Blissett recycles it back in. That's going to go to Mason. Mason goes cross. Acott slows it down. Pahel's going to take the second one to Friesen. Friesen goes high hands.
You know, you're right there. You're 4 feet in front. Just put the ball high. Let Frankie go at it.
And Coach Johnston calls his second timeout of the match.
Here it goes. Good touch by Ryan here. And a replay. Standing right there. You know where it's going. And he's going over top.
Long and deep into the corner. And coming out of that replay in your barber's chair timeout. Don't forget our next webcast here at We Digital is going to be Saturday, February 1st. Men's game at 1 o'clock, the women's game at 3 o'clock against the Conestoga Condors. And that's going to be a tough match here for the men because Conestoga is sitting here in second place.
Conestoga's had a few injury problems on the men's side. On the women's side, they've struggled to find an offense, and it'll be a good matchup for St. Clair.
Well, Conestoga sitting at 9-4, but St. Clair not too far behind at 7-6, and if they can pull this off, that'll put them 8-6, and that'll turn into a big game there.
Yes, it will.
I mean, that'll put them in a tie, and they would win the tiebreaker on the win.
Yes.
That would put them in second place. So
craziness.
Lots of volleyball action. Jeremy DeCeter serves it up, goes long and deep into the one. Leslie goes all the way up to Blissett. Blissett. Oh, there's a dig from Andrejko falling in. Leslie back out to Blissett again. Blissett goes long and deep. DeCeter's there. They're going to go high out to Frankie Friesen. Frankie Friesen rolls it in. Leslie goes right side to Mason that time, and that one goes cross court and hits the sideline.
Yeah, it's a nice swing by Mason. Taking on two big blocks. As you can see, this Frankie set up. Ryan closes, still goes inside.
And Draco kind of standing outside of defensive position on that. Frankie Friesen goes outside of Bahel, and Draco runs a C-ball, and Ridings gets chicken winged.
Good job with Andrejko. The ball was well in front of him. He had to rush, which was nice. Let's see if Hubert Batista can put some blocks in for his mom, Karen, and his dad, Hubert, back in
22
Panama.
serving 20. Acott goes long and deep. He goes out of bounds. And he goes off to the sideline as the libero steps out, Militant.
Here goes Mason, as long as he doesn't step on the line again.
We've seen two of those this afternoon, or this evening. Big serve, Jeremy DeCeter in system to Andrejko. Andrejko, no block. Mason just throws it up high. Blissett's going to be able to swing away at it. Batista blocked out of bounds.
Hubert, you need to turn that body to the far corner, not right at him. You can see this. Hubert's looking right at him on the block. See him looking.
22 all here in game number 3. Fanshawe goes to Friesen. Give and go back to Friesen. Friesen gets dug by Levere. There's a free ball coming over to Cedar. Oh, pulls his setter off. Friesen's got to make something happen. High hands to Liscombe and makes some pay. To Cedar laughing, knowing that that free ball has got to be tight to the net.
When you have two guys on the pins like Frankie and Logan, this is going to help you here.
Leslie goes outside to Blissett. Blissett goes long and deep. No touch, it's out of bounds. And just like that, St. Clair looking at taking the third set. Bahel throws it in. Leslie's going out to Blissett. Blissett throws a little bit off. Frankie Friesen gets the give and go from Bahel. High hands. Recycled back outside. Goes to the back court to Ridings. Ridings gets a piece of it. Frankie Friesen, little ugly ball here at the net. Blissett throws it in. Again, Andrejko throws it up. Bahel chooses to go to Friesen. And Friesen goes down the line. And they take the third set 25-22.
That was some ugly ball, finished off with a big kill by Frankie Friesen. Big kill.
And just like that, it's 2-1. You're watching OCAA men's volleyball here on We Digital.
Hello, Herman Moore here. Running down the field and catching touchdown passes for the Detroit Lions was always an incredible feeling. Now, being the best in my position was the goal every season. Never want to let my teammates or my coaches down. The competition was always a challenge, and it's one that I look forward to every game.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
Here, it's about you, your passion, your skills, stepping up to the challenge. It's here where we rise above, soar to our full potential, and where we become work ready. St. Clair College, it's time to take flight. Rise above the ordinary.
Are you passionate about a particular sport? Would you like to combine it with your education? Are you thinking about a career in one of the many rewarding construction-related trades? Do you love subjects like science, technology, engineering, or math? Take a look at the academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. You'll be glad you did. And years from now, you'll look back on your high school days as the best times of your life. The academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. We're with you all the way.
I want to understand why.
I want this to be perfect. I want to be inspired.
I want to be challenged.
No matter the reason, our passion to learn brought us here.
Welcome back here to St. Clair College for OCAA men's volleyball, and we got ourselves a barn burner. Back and forth, punch for punch. St. Clair Saints on top of the Fanshawe Falcons, 2-1. Lots of action here. What can you say we might see here in this fourth set there, Rob?
Lots of twists last three sets. I believe you're going to see Fanshawe settle down and serve the ball a little more consistently, but they can't compete with the two big outsides in Logan Andrico and Frankie Friesen. So they're going to probably have to put the pressure on the other guys, and they have to keep St. Clair off their offensive game, because towards the end there, St. Clair was just running, hitting drills.
Well, at the beginning of that first set, when they were in system, it was the McFadden-Liscombe show, and they haven't really done much since that first set.
No.
Well, we're going into game number 4. And Ridings will be serving for Fanshawe. Float serve, squeaks up over the net, and that's what Fanshawe needed to get them things rallied off the top.
Yeah, they're trying to serve the ball short into Frankie's way so he can pass and not have an approach.
So Ridings back here on the line. See where he goes. Goes to the line, hits DeCedar this time. And Ryan Acott runs that middle. Oh, a little confusion here. Might have got away with a fourth hit. And there's a block ball. I think Pahal hit that twice. Yes, he did. And I think Fanshawe might have touched that ball 4 times there.
They may have. Although I'm not an official, but...
but their back was to him.
There was. It was.
Ridings on a run here. Throws in a lollipop to DeCedar. That ball pushed outside to Frankie Friesen. And Frankie Friesen goes in the net. Just like that, Fanshawe puts the dagger out. 3 points to 0.
They're serving Jeremy short. He's blocking up the right side, and they're setting the ball short to Frankie outside.
They go outside. They're going short there. Militic pulling Pahel off. Friesen's got 2 blockers. and finds a way to hit the back line.
Never thought to my mind when the player turned towards the net that he was going to hit the ball over top of the block.
I know, and they were set too.
Yes. Just too crafty, I guess.
Ryan Acott serves it into the net. And right now, Fanshawe not really having to do much.
No. You know what? Ryan's disappointed in himself because he knows he's got those big serves in him.
McFadden to the back line for Fanshawe. Puts in a big serve into the tape. Gives a free point to St. Clair.
Tit for tat with that.
Goes to the sideline. And Pahel serves off the back line. Hits Mason. Leslie goes out of the backcourt to Ridings. Ridings goes long and deep into the corner. Frankie Friesen does the exact same thing, but he scores.
Yeah, he just turns towards the net and hits high over top in the corner.
One thing that Frankie Friesen does is he likes making lemonade when he's getting lemons.
Yes.
Pahel throws it in. That ball goes out of the middle. Liscombe swings. DeCedar throws it high, and Friesen just throws it in. Ridings gets it tight to the net to Leslie, goes back to Liscombe, and Liscombe makes him pay.
Why St. Clair doesn't let Julian Militic set that second ball, I don't know. They need to do that. He's got good soft hands.
When he's in the back court, he has all day.
Yes.
Mason running in on a jump serve, unloads. Frankie puts it tight to the net. Pascal one-handed it to Batista, nothing there. Leslie pushes to Liscombe, and Liscombe hits that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a tough swing out there. I think you might see Leslie dump a little bit more this game. He hasn't shown any setter dumps.
Liscombe pulls it up. Laveri throws it up. Blissett deep. Pahel. Oh, out of the backcourt. And that ball gets dug, and it just doesn't have enough there. But holy cow, Frankie Friesen out of the backcourt.
That's a back row set for Frankie Friesen.
Out of two.
Yeah, he'll take that. Friesen back with the little jump spinner.
That ball goes up and over. That's going to be out of the backcourt to Ridings, and Ridings answers. And back and forth, these teams are going on backcourt attacks with not much in blocking.
No. Well, we'll see when the stats come up where the blocks are with St. Clair.
Shaw throws it up. Militic, the pass to Pahel, one-handed to Batista. Batista makes him pay. 66 on the board.
Come on, Hubert. Let's get a good serve back here now. Hubert's been struggling with this. He's been under-hitting it, over-hitting it, just thinking too much.
66. Batista puts a little bit off on there. Setter Leslie on the run outside, but Ridings flying in. Pahel running all the way out to the fort. DeCedar puts it in. Blissett digs it up. Leslie out to Ridings. Ridings deep in the corner, and Frankie Friesen can't keep it in.
Yeah, tough dig by Frankie, but Ridings, great shot. Way to get back, get approach, swings high. He's doing a good job here tonight. He's keeping Fanshawe in it.
Liscombe serves, puts it in. Frankie Friesen out of the middle. Ryan Acott digs it up. Leslie goes back outside to the middle, or excuse me, to the left side. And that's going to be out of bounds, and they're not enough to get that ball in play. And Fanshawe goes up by 2. Liscombe to the back line. 8 serving 6. Liscombe takes a little bit off. Pahel goes to Draco, and Draco hits Mason. Mason keeps it back into the court. Ridings throws it down the line, and I don't know what happened there, and Draco just kind of ran up.
Well, it was nice to see that the setter was at the net on the free ball. It just that Logan's got to back up and play a little bit of defense just to pass the ball in.
Yeah, so let's take a little bit of our stats here from the tally up into the third set in this Barber Chairs timeout. And, well, it doesn't get much even than that. Jeez.
No, it's pretty even. But one
Maybe
thing,
the digs.
yeah, but one thing I'm looking at is blocks. St. Clair has 3 blocks, and they had 3 blocks the very first set.
3 blocks is hard to do in the men's game to keep them that long into the fourth set.
Yes, and the thing is with the attacks and the kills, 34 attempts from Fanshawe, but 4 of their players, 5 of their players are 5 or better with kills. It's very offensively distributed. I think the setter's done a great job over there. On our side, it's pins, pins, pins.
Well,
So-
Leslie's distributing most of those balls, and he's keeping them all in there. McFadden, Ridings, Blissett, Mason, Liscombe, everybody's taking a swing at it.
Yes, he's run a good marathon tonight.
Liscombe with the serve. Goes up to Friesen. Pahal goes out to DeCeter. DeCeter finds a way. McFadden goes in a little sloppy on the block.
And there you go. DeCeter might not be the biggest jumper right now or the hardest swinger, but he's smart enough to put the ball where they aren't.
And Draco with a jump serve. Hits Mason. Mason in system. And Ridings gets the set.
St. Clair's in a little bit of a kerfuffle here with the front lineup being so small. They have Jeremy blocking on the right side, so.
Well, they got 3 attackers now because Leslie's serving. Militic to Pahal. Pahal backcourt to Frankie Friesen, and he puts it wide with no touch.
I'd like to see them do a double sub and bring somebody else in and to hit in the front row just to get something going because they're down by 4.
Leslie, the setter, puts a shorty into the net. Not enough. They were trying to go right down the line there to hit Frankie Friesen.
Yeah, they were trying to serve the ball in front of him to take him out of the offense. It's hard to do.
DeCeter hits Ridings. Leslie running out there, and Blissett comes out of the back court, but Ryan Acott's waiting for him.
Yeah,
And it goes out of bounds, though.
No, Ryan raked his arms on the net.
Oh, did he?
Yep, he knows that. He's
got
cool. Yep.
Little smirk.
Okay, so we need a side out. Ball's going to go out to Frankie.
12 serving 8. Ridings takes a little bit long and deep. DeCeter has problems with it. Militic gets the set. Frankie Friesen high hands. Are going to scramble out here something. Blissett's going to get a roll shot. It takes a swing. And that looked like it went off Militic's face.
Just the side of the head. And Julian's right there as a professional telling Frankie, hey, stay in there. We'll talk a little bit. Everything will be okay.
13 serving 8. Ridings pushes it deep. Pahal hits Frankie Friesen, and Friesen takes a little bit off of it and paintbrushes it out the back.
Yeah, I don't think they have to run anything tempo or anything outside. They just need to put the ball in between the antennas for Frankie.
14 serving 8. Ridings doing all the work here on this serve, but it's not much of a serve.
It's just in.
Pahal goes to Acott, dug up. Ridings digs that. They go to Mason. Mason swings at it. DeCeter gets a piece of it. Mason takes the first one to Leslie, back to Mason. Mason takes a little bit off. Acott pushes that down. McFadden back to Mason. Mason unloads one.
Yeah, he's not going to give you 3 in a row. He's going to hit the ball.
Expect a timeout coming soon here from St. Clair as this game starts to run out. Ridings still serving here.
Riding's arms, I think, hurting from serving so much here.
He served a lot in these last couple of games. Ridings pushes it in. It's in system to Pahal. Pahal goes to Acott, dug up by Ridings. Mason throws one off. Pahal's out. DeCeter comes riding in there, and Friesen tries to recycle that. Back to Friesen. Friesen again recycles it. Pahal, and he can't get a hold of it. And just like that, Fanshawe is up, doubling St. Clair.
He got turned around a little bit on that. John Ram's going to call a timeout just to settle his guys down.
Well, Ridings isn't doing much here as we go into the Barber's Chair timeout. He doesn't have much mustard on that serve, but he just seems to keep it in. And let's take a look at the women's volleyball standings. And holy cow, we got a jumble up here with Humber, St. Clair, and Fanshawe. But St. Clair giving Fanshawe their only loss of the season earlier this evening.
And they're in sole second place now. Sole second place.
And basically, that was Fanshawe's first loss since March 31st of 2018.
Right. Regular season loss, right?
That's right.
Yes.
So, I mean, they took care of business there, 3-1 with Fanshawe. And
well, kudos to Fanshawe for having such a great run. You know, well done for Fanshawe. They should be very proud of how their ladies have played.
There's Coach Johnston from Fanshawe, played many years for the Western Mustangs in the OUA. Ridings with a float, and he's not iced. Pahel goes to Andrejko, no block, dug by Leslie. Plissette tight to the net, and he gets the wipe from Akon. Or Acot. And it's 17 serving 8. Fanshawe on the run here.
Yeah, I think we have a dead ball. I think that's what's working. I think it might be losing.
Is that what it is?
I think, yeah, they've noticed that the ball's got a little bit of a
little wobble
twist
on
to
it?
Yeah.
No, and yep, they're going to call that ball. They're getting rid of it.
We'll call that out. We have another ball sitting over here anyways. I think that's a practice ball that snuck into the
oh, no, we got
tray.
another
yeah.
A deflate gate.
Inflate gate.
Yeah. Pahel out to Andrejko. Andrejko unloads, and that's probably what it was. He scores
it was a
one.
bad ball. Exactly.
Yep. And Ridings is done after serving all those balls in a row.
Yeah, he did a good job out there. Should be proud of him, bringing that team up to this 17-9.
Ryan Acott serving, throws it in. Blissett takes it, goes out of the back court. Ridings out of the pipe. And Draco goes cross court from Leslie. McFadden's tight to the net, and he hits the net.
Well, show no respect, and things come around, right? You got to block that ball, but you don't want to block the ball. You're going to have to play the ball off the dig.
Ryan Acott on the back line, serves it up. Ridings takes it. Mason unloads it, and Draco gets a piece of it. Pahel runs out of room, and they hit. Looks like our GoPro camera. And there goes that angle.
Yeah, we won't be able to get those touches off the net for the next few minutes until.
Well, if this pushes it to 5, maybe we can get our producer Darren to run up there and fix it.
Our tech will be out there in a few seconds.
That ball goes out long. And right now it is 11 serving 18. Pahel, the setter, throws one up and in. Leslie goes to Liscombe, blocked by Friesen. Outside to Mason. Mason finds a way to wrap it through.
He went inside of Frankie and around Ubert. That was a tough, tough swing.
Call that a wrap.
I love that he has no filter. He's going to hit. I love when that.
Mason coming out of the back court, serves it long and out of bounds. 12 serving 19.
Yeah, trading service errors.
Frankie Friesen puts it up, hits Mason. Leslie tries to set Liscombe. Miscommunication there, and that's the first time we saw a hole in Leslie's offense.
Yeah, I think he tried to force it, but that's okay. You're up 19-12. You could take that chance. He wanted to get back to his veteran.
Friesen hits Leslie outside to Blissett. And Batista says nope.
That was pretty nasty throw right there.
And Coach Johnston calls a timeout for Fanshawe as we go into that barber's chair timeout. St. Clair College is fighting back here, slowly but surely. Our next basketball webcast here on We Digital is going to be Wednesday, February 5th. Women at 6 o'clock, men at 8 o'clock. They'll be taking on the Lambton Lions. That's a rare Wednesday midweek, February 5th game on We Digital.
Yeah, with those teams being close to our center, you're an hour and a half away. Those midweek games aren't that bad.
I mean, yeah, Lambton comes down, takes them about an hour to get here. Same thing for Fanshawe, an hour and a half.
Hour and a half for Lambton either, because they take a diverted way. Not like you or I, which would go straight
Get to
to
the States. Head right up I-94, hit Port Huron, or sorry, not I-94. Yeah, it is 94. No, yeah, right to Port Huron.
Cheapo Filippo's for a bite.
Yep. Freezing. Dug out, and Leslie pushes it through, and they're going to call him on a double hit.
Yeah. There was no good contact on that ball there. No good. But I like what he's doing in the fourth game by trying to dump. We talked about that earlier.
Friesen, big serve. Leslie goes to Liscombe. Militic gets in there. Blissett makes him pay. Friesen takes that ball. Pahel goes back to him. Dug up by Ridings. Free ball up over. Pahel goes outside to Draco, and Draco rolls one in, and Liscombe takes it down, and there's a lift call from St. Clair. Oh, a double hit. Doesn't matter. It was ugly. 2 full
contacts. Yeah, 2 full contacts. I thought Ubert wanted that back quick.
Blissett serving for Fanshawe. Friesen hits Batista. That's going to go up high to Ridings. Ridings almost takes Pahel's head off.
Logan Enrico's got to block the pin. You can't reach inside on that outside set.
21 serving 15. Fanshawe wanting to push this one to 5. It's looking good to have that happen. Throws it in. Militic outside DeCedar. DeCedar goes cross court and finds a hole between Leslie and Liscombe.
If you notice, Blissett was back there and he was serving down balls. He wasn't going to make that mistake. They need to get this game. They need this. Ubert needs to bring this ball inside.
Batista serves it up, keeps it in. Mason to Leslie, goes back to Mason. That hits the top of the tape, no touch. And right now, St. Clair College slowly but surely fighting their way into this.
They are a little more on the aggressive side right now. Fanshawe's just trying not to lose.
Batista keeps it in play. Liscombe takes the first one. It goes outside to Ridings. And that's a block bomb by Acott. And they're getting lots of momentum here.
Ryan Acott, when you need them. St. Clair's doubled their blocks in this game from the first.
18 serving 21. Batista takes everything off on this. Set. Oh, block ball again for Acott. And St. Clair College running and gunning right now, strictly on defense.
I can't believe they're going to try to set that middle when 2 guys are standing right there.
Batista serving up. Mason to Leslie. Leslie goes all the way out to Ridings. Riding takes a piece off it. Behel. Oh, Batista tries to get the set in there. Just turn and face it. Turn and face the set.
Ubert, you got your serving down.
Yeah.
We're going to work on setting tomorrow.
22 serving 19.
Liscombe's a good server. He's going to keep the ball in, keep the pressure on, right?
There it is. Throws it in. Pahel goes out to Draco, and Draco hits Mason. Liscombe throws it in. And Ridings is going to go high into the pot. Pahel pushes out to the fort. DeCedar gets blocked out of bounds.
Well, DeCedar really wants to bring this team back. He's doing everything he can. Burning pits, hitting off the wrists, hitting off the elbows.
Slowly and surely it's happening. And Draco hits Mason. Leslie goes outside. Ridings unloads. Dug up. Coming back in. And DeCedar almost gets a piece of it to pull it in.
Good try, Jeremy, by coming over here.
23-20. Fanshawe still up by 3. There's a float. Hits Militic. And then Draco gets cut off by Pahel on that. Leslie hits. McFadden hits the back line.
You cannot give Fanshawe free balls and expect the balls to be coming back at you nicely.
Well, especially with a McFadden and Liscombe out of that middle.
And Fanshaw's done what they needed to do by just serving the ball in.
There's a pass to, oh, there might be a reach over. No, not. And just like that, Fanshawe takes set number 4 as they push this one to 5.
Yep, we're going to see 5 again.
Well, we're all tied up at 2 games apiece. We're going to flip a coin to find out who's going to get that serve receive or that first set. You're watching OCAA Men's Volleyball here on We Digital.
I want to understand why.
I want this to be perfect.
I want to be inspired.
I want to be challenged.
No matter the reason, our passion to learn brought us here.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
Welcome back here to St. Clair College in the Sportsplex. As we got a late one happening here. It's after 10 p.m. already, and we're going into the 5th set. And Jeremy DeCedar takes that first serve, and he serves it out of bounds. And don't blink, this one's going to go fast. This one only goes to 15, and they'll switch sides at 8.
2-point differential. If it goes 25-23, it could do that too.
Liscombe with the serve, throws it up. Pahal outside down Draco. And Draco unloads, but it's dug. Overpass from Acott, and they're 1-for-1 right now.
Trading punches.
Well, that's what you want to have happen in a fifth set.
St. Clair's scored both points. One with the hit, one with the missed serve.
Ryan Acott to serve. Leslie goes outside to Ridings. Ridings kind of throws one in, and they want to pull that back in. It looks like they kept it inside the antenna. Oh, they're calling it outside anyways, so that's going to be a point for Fanshawe.
So St. Clair scored 3 points right now.
Leslie throws one into Militic. Pahal shoots it into Batista.
That's high enough for him to hit. Ball still needs to be higher. Nice and fast is fine, but it needs to be higher.
2-2 on the board. Pahal. Leslie goes outside. Ridings unloads it. And that's going to be a free ball over. Ridings to Leslie. Leslie gives it to McFadden, and McFadden answers, hitting the edge.
Establishing that middle is a big thing for Fanshawe. They went away with it. Just swinging outside to Ridings most times. Ridings and Mason were getting most of the sets.
3 serving 2. Ridings on the back line. He served a lot of balls here. Throws it into Cedar, having trouble with it. Pahal goes all the way out to Friesen on the right side, dug up. Leslie goes outside to Mason. Mason takes a piece of it off, recycled back in. Leslie chooses to go back court there. Ridings is out of position. Friesen to Pahal. Pahal goes back to Friesen, and Friesen goes cross court. What a dig. Ridings on a run. This is have to go way back, does. Militic pulls off his setter to Friesen. Friesen goes long and deep. Ridings playing unreal ball right now. A little miscue on that, and it looks like there'll be 4 hits.
That was a great get by Ridings. Went right back to the back wall.
And then got back in on defense.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Boom.
Just a little bit off.
Frankie Friesen with an overpass here. No, Leslie takes it. Someone's on the net, and they're calling Batista.
Put those hands up. Hubert, don't start pressing early.
They're right now, Johnson's asking for a rotation.
Yeah,
check.
they're in rotation. They're just
sure.
second guessing themselves.
McFadden to serve. There's a shot. Pahal goes out of the backcourt, no block. And
Frankie gives it a little tired. He's not getting good contact right now on the ball.
Right now, they're fifth set after 10 p.m. past all our bedtimes. That's going to be an overpass, and boom, Liscombe makes them pay.
Might see a timeout from Sean Riem just before the switch, try to slow this down. McFadden can certainly serve this ball at a high velocity.
Coach Riem's going to give him one more shot, turning this around. That's going to be a shank pass. That's going to be a free ball. Watch the middles here. Mason goes back to Liscombe.
Good call.
And that ball goes high ball. That's going to be tight. There's a recycled back in. Pahal goes out to 4. And a big block from Mason.
Low set, out to the antenna.
And there is St. Clair College calling timeout.
Timeout at 7-3.
And you're in your barber's chair timeout. And we see our stats here from all 4 sets.
Yeah, it's as you can see right there, the point differentials for actually St. Clair. They have more points than Fanshawe. But that last set, in saying that, St. Clair blocked 3 balls, so now they're up to 6. So
right.
Exactly what they did in the first game, they did in the fourth with the same score.
So now you look at the digs, and you can see that Fanshawe just seems to be transitioning a lot better.
Yes, and Fanshawe's just putting the ball in the court. They're just not making serving errors right now. They're pressuring by just putting the ball into the court.
McFadden on the back line, and right now they're trying to get 1 point so they can switch sides on the go. McFadden throws it in, big serve. Ace serve!
Ace serve on the switch is not a good thing.
No, all the momentum is going towards St. Clair College, and right now both these teams are going to switch sides. The second official is going to make sure that they're all in the same spot as we are in the 5th set of this best of 5. And both teams that are sitting at Fanshawe 6 and 7 and St. Clair being 7 and 6, you would expect us to be into the 5th set.
Yes.
So here we go. McFadden still serving on the opposite side of the net. 8 serving 3. There's a big serve. Hits Frankie Friesen in the chest. He's going to go up and take it for the backcourt. Dug up by Ridings. And Blissett gets a touch.
No touch.
No touch.
Ball didn't go over the net.
That was pretty close.
That was.
So Batista puts that ball up, and that's going to go outside to Leslie. Leslie hits Mason now, and there's going to be high hands there. That's going to be tight to the net. Blissett hits it. Friesen keeps it in. DeCeter throws it in. Lots of tipping happening here. Oh, out of the back, Mason hits over Liscombe. DeCeter wipes that back in. Pahel goes outside to Draco, and Draco throws that in. Mason going high. They're going to the backcourt to Ridings. Ridings hits the corner. Watch out. Frankie Friesen on the run. Puts it back in. Pahel goes deep into the 1.
Back row here.
Leslie. Oh, hits Liscombe, and Liscombe paintbrushes it out the back door.
That could be what St. Clair needs, that great dig and transition. It's what they need. No substitution for Hubert. We're going to keep him in.
He served well in that 4th set. Takes a little bit off of it. Does well. Ridings. Leslie running out there. Blinchette. Frankie Friesen on 2, but it's blocked. Liscombe camping out, waiting for him.
Yeah, you know what? That was a good approach by Frankie. Just hit the ball a little bit too low.
You see that on that block, on that
Mike
replay.
Liscombe's been there 5 years. He's played this game. He's got a gold medal on the Nationals.
And that's going to be another foot violation. That's 2 on Mason himself, but 3 in the game. I don't think I've seen that ever.
I think it's 3 on Mason.
All 3?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's had
my.
3. But the way he's played, you know, he can do anything like that.
In-system pass, blocked there by Acott. Liscombe finds a way through.
Yeah, exactly.
Blissett throws it in and puts it out of bounds.
Good job. Okay, Jeremy DeCeter's going to serve the ball to 1.
All right, shocker. Mason should take this ball. And just like that, it's like we have a crystal ball. And then unloads his Ridings on the outside.
You know, Riding and Mason have done incredible things out here today.
And we got a substitution coming in for Fanshawe. Coming into the game is going to be Naeem Yavid.
He came in the 1st set. He's coming in, tough serve. They're going for it.
Throws it in, Militic to Pahel. Pahel hits Acott, blocked by McFadden. Pahel's going to go out to Friesen. 2 blockers. Dug by Navid. Acott pushes it over. Ridings throws it in, set her out. Militic just throws up. Friesen's going to have to put a free ball in, but he hits out of bounds.
Little scrambled eggs there.
And Coach Riem has seen enough because Fanshawe is only 3 points out from taking this match.
Yeah, you know what? Sean doesn't want him to get out of hand here.
here in the barber's chair timeout. Let's take a look at what's coming up here on We Digital in the future. Our next webcast will be Saturday, February 1st against the Conestoga Condors. The men's game will be at 1 o'clock. The women's game at 3 o'clock. That's OCAA volleyball here on We Digital.
If you can't make it, make sure you go online and watch it. We've got, you can see the quality of this broadcast.
Yeah, well, right now, just the fact that we're all up past 10 o'clock. So St. Clair taken to the floor. (12) serving 7. Javid.
They're stacking on Frankie. He's bringing that ball right into the libero.
DeCeter keeps Bahal running. That's going to be tight to the net. They're calling a double hit. And this game is running away of St. Clair College. 13 serving 7. Javid throws it up. That ball goes out of bounds.
Okay, Ryan, let's see if we can get a decent couple run serves here.
Ryan Acott serving on the back line. 8 serving 13. Goes up, outside, hits Leslie. Leslie, high hands from Ridings. Pahel from Frankie Friesen. Frankie Friesen keeps it in. Pahel back to Friesen. Friesen goes cross. Mason digs it. Leslie going backcourt to Bassett. Dug up by Andreyko. DeCeter outside. That's way outside. Bassett keeps it. Leslie goes backcourt to Mason. And Batista puts it down.
Uber wants this. Come on.
9.
Here he goes.
Serving 13. Look at him hang up here. And just pushes it back.
Don't leave this broadcast, Panama. We're not done yet.
Ryan Acott to serve. Throws it up. And that's a shake pass from Mason. Expected timeout from Fanshawe soon. As St. Clair College keeps whacking away at this. And there it is. Coach Johnston's seen enough, and he calls timeout as we go into the barber's chair timeout.
Waits to the last minute to call that timeout. Wants Ryan to think about what's happening on the service line.
Lots of volleyball here to go in set number 5 as we see Coach Rion talking to his team. Don't forget to check us out here. We got a new weekly show here on WeDigital.ca called Saint Sports. This week we feature Coach Jimmy Alturk, the head coach of the women's team, where they defeated Fanshawe earlier, 3-1, and knocking Fanshawe a chink in their armor. They were 13-0 this year, and now they are 13-1.
That's going to shake the whole OCAA.
That puts everybody on notice that St. Clair College is here to
Yes, we're here to play, right?
do some damage in the playoffs. Well, we have 10 serving 13. Ryan Acott on the back line. Coach Johnston waiting the last second to try to ice Acott. Let's see how he does. Acott serves it in. Shank pass from Ridings. Ridings puts one into the net, and that's blocked. 11-13 in set number 5. Momentum swinging to the Saints.
Veteran Ryan Acott on the line.
Not taking anything off these serves. Flat serve. Leslie goes outside, and that's blocked again from Friesen and Batista. They went 2 sets, not even getting a block.
And then all of a sudden, 2 in the last 2 plays.
Both of them going up. Boom.
Why is Fanshawe still setting that ball?
Acott throws it in. That's going to be tight to the net. It's out of bounds. 13 all in set number 5. And everything is switched over here to the Saints. And Coach Johnston calls timeout.
He's not calling timeout to ice the server. He's calling timeout to make sure his guys can come back in and play this.
The Bubbers share timeout. We got a volleyball match here late. We got to make sure we talk to the janitors, make sure they don't turn the lights out.
That's right.
As we go into extra time here, 10:30 at night here on a Wednesday night. A midweek game that we don't get to have that often. We only get to do it when we do it with Fanshawe, but it turns into something special here, especially for us.
Yes, it's really nice to see good volleyball too. So.
Well, Fanshawe trying to stop the bleeding. They got tourniquets all over the place. St. Clair College coming to the floor with the most energy we've seen them have all night long.
I hope nobody in London turned off this broadcast at 11:03.
13 all. Ryan Acott on a run. I think we're all out of timeouts here on both sides. So we're going to run this game right out right now in game 5. Ryan Acott throws it in. Blissett has Leslie running out to it. Ridings takes a piece off. Friesen throws it back in, and Leslie goes back out to Ridings. Ridings goes across. Acott's there in defense. Leslie takes the first one. It's going back outside to Ridings. And it's blocked by Friesen and Batista.
How many times can you set left side on broken balls? The young man's been carrying the team all day, riding.
St. Clair College with first set and match point. Acott throws it in. Leslie in system, goes to McFadden, and he gets the wipe on Batista. And we're going into extra points, 14 all.
Where was that set 7 points ago?
Leslie in the backcourt. That means they have 3 attackers. This is Fanshawe's biggest line. And right now, St. Clair has the best blocking right now. That goes all the way outside to Friesen. Friesen goes high hands. Right now, 15 serving 14.
The big big front row here. Frankie just goes up, not even looking for the court, is using hands.
Pahel with the serve. Blissett takes it. Leslie running out, takes the Mason. Mason plugs away. DeCeter digs it. Pahel to Friesen. Friesen swings. Dug up from Blissett. Overpass. Dug up again. Overpass. Batista puts it down.
There it is.
And they take the game. And Batista, he's showing the muscles. Oh my. What a turn of events here at St. Clair College. Woke us all up as we were falling asleep in the first 2 sets.
I can't sleep for the next few hours.
Oh,
that's unbelievable.
My. What a game. Batista doing the work here at St. Clair College. Saints take care of Falcons. 3-2, 25-20, 18-25, 22-25. And you know what? I couldn't see the last bit of the last score, but we'll just say that last game was 16-14. Lots of excitement here at the Sportsplex. We called it Pack-to-Plex. We want to thank everybody for coming here and joining us here on We Digitally. Don't forget, this Saturday we have more volleyball action against Conestoga. That's volleyball action Saturday, February 1st. The men are at 1 o'clock and the women are at 3. We want to thank everybody for watching OCAA men's volleyball here on We Digital.